know me, I'm dancing. It's a Monday. Hey, everybody. Happy Fun Day Monday. My name is Charlie Grace with Charlie Grace Adventures. Thank you guys for being here. I always love hanging out with friends and making new friends. So first off, I want to thank people who have never been here before. That's really cool. I am a camper van kind of gal, which is really neat. We're going to be talking about that. I've got a special guest tonight. Unfortunately, she's not in the back, the green room right now. We're going to find out what's going on right now. Sometimes we might have some technical difficulties, but the show must go on, right? The show must go on. Anyway, so right now, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you would, I would really appreciate that. Let's get this shared out to our friends and let people know what's going on. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We might even like win some prizes, do some fun stuff. We'll do some behind the scenes, which is always cool. And we'll just, chit chat and see what's going on. So introduce yourself to one another in the chat. So thanks everybody for being here. If you decide to do a super sticker or a super chat or any of those kind of great things, first off, thank you in advance. That all goes to our Smile Fund where we pay it forward and essentially help people in the community with things in need. So I've got a few videos coming up with some of the things that we've done the past 6 months. Really, really cool. So just want to thank you guys in advance. Let's see who we have in the chat today. Oh my gosh, let's see who's here. Let's see. Oh, there's my buddy. I'm here first. Yay! Thanks, Lance from Boondocking Boomer. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. And there's my buddy Bree. Hey, Bree, Waterfall Wednesdays. That's all you, girlfriend. You're on that. Coffee Nut, so nice to meet you. Hello, new here. I follow adventures over in Cayman. Well, thank you so much. I too am an adventure over 50 kind of gal. Behind me, as you can see, is my co-host. Her name is Rosie Bell Dog. She's also typically my navigator. And when we're in the van, she tends to tell me how many times we need to stop. Gotta love that because, driving with the dog, always fun. Let me go down here. Let's see who else we have. We have Najuma. Hey, Najuma Brown. Thanks for being here. Always nice to see everybody tonight. And there's my buddy, RV Life with Adrian Ruth. What's going on? What's happening? Hope you guys are having a great night. Cheers. Got my nice water glass already. All excited for a good Monday. Got some stuff going on. Got some announcements to make too, so everybody knows what's happening. I'm going to be doing, just so you guys know, a few interviews on Mondays because I've already got them scheduled. But I'm moving. I'm moving to Tuesdays. I'm going to do back to when we talked about Travel Talk. We did this like a year ago. It was so much fun. We did it in the fall and into the winter. We did Travel Talk Tuesdays. We're going to do Travel Talk Tuesdays. It's going to be after my friend, your friend, Johnny's Journey with Midwest Van Builders. So it'll be, let's see, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. That makes it 7 o'clock West Coast. Crazy. I know. I got to think about all these time zones. But anyways, starting tomorrow, I will be on there. So that show, just so you know what it's going to be about, a little bit different than Monday's show with a couple of, we're going to tweak some stuff here. Mondays are typically a little behind the scenes interviews, cool things to keep up with, stuff like that. Uh-oh, Rosie's going to tell me something. And then Tuesdays, we're going to go back to, I know how you guys love to learn all about the recalls that are happening. Yeah, when it comes to product recalls, things that we're using in our vans and camping, it's gonna be a little interesting to see. No, it's not. It's not 11 o'clock your time Eastern. It's 9 o'clock Central, which is 10 o'clock Eastern. You'll be fine, I promise. Or you can just watch the replay if it's a little too late. I understand. Totally get that. But anyway, so I'll be doing the recalls on Tuesdays. We'll be talking about products and things and builds and what people are using and what they're not using. Some really cool things and also some special interest stories of people, families, solos that are out there using their vans and some really cool stuff. So I'm really excited about it. I really am. I love Travel Talk Tuesdays. I know last year we kicked it off. We did with female safety and we talked about traveling, seeing what's going on. Yes. The ball is on the floor. The disco ball we need a special place for the disco ball. And I haven't hung it up yet. So right now it's on the floor. Anyone who knows me knows there's always a disco ball somewhere. So gotta love that. There's Brene Fairy Dust. Good to see you. Greetings. Oh yes, so much fun. And Michelle made it. Hey Michelle, good to see you as well. So we're gonna until my guest gets here, I'm just gonna sort of keep the ball rolling and talk about some things. I haven't heard anything otherwise. Let's go and let's just go ahead. Let's see what we gotta talk about. All right, let's give an adventure band update. For those of you who don't know, I have a Ram ProMaster 3500. Yay me. It is a build out it's a Thor Sequence 20L, almost 2 years old now. It's hard to imagine. It's like 2 years of being in this thing. I have been going crazy looking at other bands, looking at a bunch of stuff, and we're going to get to that too in the behind the scenes. But I think it's time for me to just really, truly personalize it to exactly what I want. And I'm going to do a video because I was just at Johnny's Journey's Midwest Van Builders and she hooked me up with a couple of things that I've been thinking about. Like, just because you buy a fully made camper van doesn't mean it meets everything that you want. So there were a few things I needed, and she was able to help me out. And we've been working on one project literally for about a year because we came up with the idea and then just had to flush it together when we got together. So you'll see a video on that. It's pretty cool. And we're about 42,000 miles. It's hard to imagine 42,000 miles. And I just had a whole bunch of maintenance done, but it looks like we might be getting some new tires, maybe even a trip to Utah. What? I really want to get a lift kit. I want this thing to sit up a little higher. I have 6.5 inches of ground clearance, guys. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. And when I got to go places, I'm just dragging. So I got to find something, especially if I'm going to be moving and doing some more boondocking and or on people's fields and things like that. It's a little harder to do. Let's see. Let me go to some of the comments here real quick. That's about 13 a.m. No, that's not 13 a.m. You're going to be fine, guys. I promise. Thursdays, 9 Central. You'll be absolutely fine. There we go. But Solix is here. Solix, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that. Charlie, did you get your table? Did you get your table? Can we see it? That will be in the video. That is something that Johnny helped me make, which is really cool. Yes, I got the table. It's really neat. Really, really neat. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's okay. I'll tell you just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's butcher block. Oh, looks really cool. I'm telling you. Wait till you guys see the pictures. I'm in love with this thing. Really neat. All right, I think it's time. And while we're waiting on people, let's go behind the scenes. What do you think? Okay, so here we go, guys. I want to go through. Everyone always asks me really quick about these camper vans that we saw in Tampa, and I wanted to give you guys a little heads up because everyone's going to Hershey pretty soon. The big Hershey RV show is coming up, and they're like, "Well, what's new? What's happening?" A lot of these places are coming up with, "Oh yeah, just excuse the hair. Just fast forward. We're just don't even look at that. Oh my gosh, she looks crazy. And look at those glasses too. Ooh, old glasses." Anyways, so when you start going to these RV shows, you're going to be looking at what is the latest and greatest. And there's a lot of companies coming in. Here's a Thor sequence. This is a new floor plan that they put out. And I really love that little seat that faces out. I think that is the coolest thing right there. That makes my day because you always want to sit out and look and do things. It's got a little table there. I don't need the pop-up. Some people do. That's one of the biggest complaints. They're bringing people and they want someone to sleep, come like their child or a grandchild or something. And that's really cool with the pop-up. Not my cup of tea. Not really what I need. But this is a floor plan that I really can get behind. I like this. I just didn't. The bathroom is way too small. Super, super tiny. You got to just like suck it in and think really, really fast. But so the back couch is what a lot of people like to look at. But with a lot of these, if you don't have really good couches, you're still going to have some extra padding on this. There's just no way around it. And if you got to put all the extra padding on it, you might as well keep it down as a bed all the time. And what's your point, right? So what are you doing? So this is something as you're going through and looking at all of these different vans that are, for sale these days. Floor plan's great. Quality is really the biggest thing. Biggest thing. Take a look at this Thor twist. Hold on a second. I'm taking a drink here. So we all know Thor owns just about everything, right? Oh my goodness. So this is sort of what's happening with floor plans and craftsmanship. And here we go with Airstream. So our really good friends, Wander Locals, have an Airstream Interstate, which they're really cool. And they're super, they're going to break the bank a little bit. They're way expensive. But they just had to have their Airstream towed. They've had a lot of problems. And it's not with everything. I mean, every van can have their own moments, and you know this, but they just had a lot of electrical issues, a lot of problems. So it is a Sprinter. They only do Sprinters, I believe. A lot of people are moving into that transit lifestyle. So you're looking at the Ford Transits versus the Sprinters versus the Dodge, the Ram ProMasters. And for those people who are looking into Sprinters, this I think is the last year they're doing the 4x4. They're moving to all-wheel drive. So if you guys if that's something that you really want a 4x4, then now's the time to start looking. Get one, hold on to it, do what you need to do. But that's a really big issue. Looking at some of these floor plans, you can tell when it's just a van or if they do like the bump out, because when they do that bump out, you can add so much more space. Look at this thing. Look how huge it is. It's huge. So it's that cutaway, you do the cutaway as opposed to but it's got a wine rack. And you've got a little bar there. I think this is one of the Tommy Bahama editions, something like that. They have a special thing. Yeah. I prefer that new one. Yeah, it's interesting. It's been really cool. Yeah, I can't wait to take a look at the new ones that they've got coming out. So here's an Airstream Aerostate. So if you have more than two people, this has 4 captain's chairs, which is cool. And these things are huge. They're 24 feet long, and it's stunning. But look at the cabinetry. Look how much cabinets. Look how much space you have. So you really got to take a look at how much space, because I just looked at a Winnebago Revell, and it had 2 cabinets. 2. That's it. You're like, what? Where am I going to put all this stuff? Okay, here's that Tommy Bahama edition. And it comes with all this stuff. It has like Tommy Bahama glasses and Tommy Bahama chairs. And, you walk in and it's a nice mellow wood, which is nice, very, calming. Massively big fridge, because, you're going to have some room for making those margaritas and things like that. But yeah, and look at the glassware. See, it's just all decked out like this. So you can just imagine like going to a concert in this, or going to some kind of outdoor sporting event. This is like the thing to take as an adult when you want to like adult it up. Um, it's fantastic. It's literally leisure travel. It is luxury leisure travel. So when it comes to high end camper vans, Airstream is one, Gretsch is another, and we've had a lot of we've had an interview, of course, with Howie Van, and they have a Gretsch. Now the Road Trek, Road Treks are classic. I gotta tell you, and I really like this Road Trek. I was pretty much in love with this Road Trek for a lot of reasons. I love, the back doors open, and I've always looked into putting a deck out there, and there's a company that does that. You do the netting, and you have a whole nother space, which is pretty wild for it. Just a regular sized camper van. Had the big fridge and freezer, tiny little bathroom again, tiny. So for you guys who are like a little on the robust side, may not be your cup of tea. But yeah, I love this. As you can see me trying to do a GoPro, which by the way, I'm not a GoPro expert, but it was a really, I don't want to say I had a favorite, but I would say this one was really, between this one and a Pleasure Way, it was really tough. And looking back on it, I think the Pleasure Way, this one was going for 144, which is still like, what? It's insane. I know. Why are camper vans so expensive? They just are. There's a lot of work that goes into them, very specific things, and very tiny space you got to make work. So, yeah, gotta love it. But Road Trek, I think this was one of my faves. I think, yeah, this was the Road Trek Zion, and it didn't have a circle sink, which I'm not a fan of circle sinks. Everyone will tell you that right now. If you don't have a sink big enough to actually put a dish in and wash, what's the point of having one? And we all know we're going to be cooking outside too sometimes. So if you can't fit a cast iron something in there, what are you going to do? Yeah, yeah, I really like this one. Whew, let's see what the next one is. I don't know. And they did the induction cooktop, which is a cool idea. If you've got really good batteries, this is good. Okay, here's the SS Agile. Now these are smaller. These are shorter in length, but it's the same kind of floor plan, just with the kitchen on the other side and bathroom on the other side. These are really cool. And I actually met a lady who had one of these parked in a Whole Foods once outside of Nashville, and she had 3 little dogs. And this was like her everyday drive. This is exactly what she had. But shorter doesn't always mean less expensive. That's 169 versus the 144. So really neat. Now we're going to go in. Oh, here's the Pleasure Ways. Oh my gosh. They're made in Canada. They're fantastic. I really like them. My only thought is that they just need a little more lift, because they're so low to the ground. And everyone knows the way I travel, not maybe someone else travels, but this one had the best bathroom. And honestly, ladies, bathroom counts. I don't care what you say. I know a lot of people can poop in a bucket, and that's totally fine. This has the largest bathroom of any van, any camper van on the market to date. And it's very well maintained. It's very well appointed. You've got like a real sink. You've got huge storage underneath underneath there. All the cabinets lock. If I had to buy a camper van today that would meet almost all of my requirements, I think it would be the Pleasure Way. I got to tell you. They've got, the induction cooktop. They've got this, they've got that. But their couch and their cushions are phenomenal. If you're going to sleep on something, you better be comfortable, right? And that's exactly what this is. It's comfortable. It's got a great big fridge. Look at that. You got plenty of room, plenty of batteries. Yeah, the bathroom was huge. It was huge. It was absolutely huge. And I, if I were going to put some money down today on a luxury vehicle, that would probably be one of my top 3 choices. It really would. I really like that. So anyways, I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. So Hershey's going to be fun. Hershey's going to be really interesting to see, what I get to see and what I can share with you guys and give you an inside scoop. And I am going to give you my top 3 Class BRVs that I think make the grade when I go to Hershey, and that's in September. So September is going to be, yeah, it's not that much money. It seems like that much money, but it's going to be really interesting. I know a lot of people can't wait for Hershey. I know it's going to be really cool. So it looks like Tracy is not going to make it. I am so sorry. I have tried to communicate with her a little more. She did email me back. I don't know if she's having a little more issue. We're going to just keep going. We'll talk about some stuff, get some other things going. But anyways, I just want to say thank you guys. This is always fun to see what's going on Monday night. Yeah, luxury is nice, but not the price. And that's a big. Let me know in the comments how much you think a camper van should be today. Not what you can afford. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, would you think it's fair for something to be $69,000? Should it be $74,000? Should it be $50,000? What do you think a camper van should be these days? Because I do remember when they weren't that expensive. I really do. And I get it. And I know, okay, Lance says 135,000. I get it. But a lot of these people can't afford 135,000. And that's one of the reasons why I really like having different price points. If you just buy a van, you build it out, it's still going to run you some money to build it out. It's really cool. Kevin's like, I'll pay $5. $5. Good call, man. Good call. I would do the same thing. After seeing some of these build outs that Johnny has done, I know it takes a lot of time and patience and money and design. You've really got to think it out as to how you're going to do this. Okay, Ruth likes the bed in the back so you can see the O2. See, I do too. I didn't used to like these things. There's just a different way of looking at it. I am not an Instagram van lifer. I'm a reality van lifer. So whenever you see my videos and you see all the crap behind me, that's the reality. I'm not afraid to do a video and then all of a sudden you see reflectix behind me or a gallon of goldfish on this side or whatever's going on. That's how it works. And only after I always say I take pictures when I clean it because I'm like, oh, that's not going to last long. I got a dog. I got stuff. Or I'm traveling. I'm going places, and I'm quickly putting things in. Especially now, it's so hot, guys. It's just so hot outside. Really worried about everybody out there. So let me know what the temperature is where you guys are today. One of the reasons why I'm inside is because I think my heat index outside, it was like real feel of 113, something crazy. It's really hard to keep the AC running and everything else. Sorry, I'm late cooking dinner. Dude, save me a plate. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take I like prime rib, just in case you wanted to know. One of my faves. All right, Boondocking says, Broken Nomad, are you coming to Hershey? Oh, dude, I think he's got to stay down there for a while. He's going to make his trek later on the year to get back up there. Goldfish boxes everywhere. It's true. I do like some goldfish. It's a thing. Okay, I bid 30 seashells. Really? We're going back to the seashells? Yeah. I leave November 13th for Florida. Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah, it's going to be a really, really good time of year to get down there. I'm a little concerned. I think the winter's going to be a little harsh this year. I just don't know when it's going to start. I have a definitive date. I typically don't go north of the Mason-Dixon line after November to like the 1st of April. I've got this like time frame because my father lived up north, and I'm like, I love you, man, but you got to come down to see me because I'm not going up there. It just doesn't work, and I don't drive in snow anymore. Goldfish, no, I don't have goldfish boxes in my fridge. No, I'll make a note of that. Well, good to know. See, smart man. He's thinking. He's got this. It's true. It costs for luxury. I just need simple because I have way too much to put it in and build my own. So indecisive. That's why I only have a minivan still. That's fine. And honestly, let me tell you what. One of my favorite stories this year is the fact that I truly took the time. It's been a big year. Not gonna lie. Lots of changes, lots of cool things happening. Studio A, as you can see, that whole selling everything pretty much. I'd say 90% of my stuff, the estate, all my stuff. I didn't die, but I had an estate sale. Just minimalizing things to what you really, really need and being able to help others because the stuff isn't holding you back has been a really big joy. And it's interesting because I'm not a big shopping person, but I love to buy things for other people and I love to experience things. So for me, it's hard because I'm like, I want to support you, but I don't have any place to put that. Or I'll meet some really amazing artists. I'm like, I would love to have, your artwork or whatever it might be. Like I've got an empty wall here, talking about some artwork these days. So it's hard when you don't have a lot of space, but you still want to support people. So I got to come up with a different way of thinking about that so I can work this through. All right, let's go. Coffee Nut I'm about 3 hours from Hershey. Oh, nice. Very cool. And you live in the Poconos. Ooh, I bet that's pretty. I bet that's gorgeous in the fall. That would be really, really neat. I love this. You'll be passing me in the blizzard on my way down to Florida. Yeah, I'm not going there. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I've been trained. Well, good. I'm glad you're trained. I was trained in the snow too. I knew how to drive in snow / ice. Don't want to do it again. Not my fave. Not going to go there. In the South, I will tell you my trick. I shouldn't say it out loud, but I'm going to do it. So car insurance, vehicle insurance is never cheap. There's no way around this. So I have a pretty decent high deductible in the warm weather months. And then when it becomes cold weather months, I make it a smaller deductible because it's not your driving, it's somebody else's. So if I can fluctuate that during that time, I'm okay. And I have been hit a couple times by other people just sort of thinking they can drive in the ice and just keep gliding into you, and then boom, there you go. A little scary. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. Everybody's asking about people. Let's see. I missed the poke your nose. Well, it's been a long time since I was a Poconos. I don't even remember how old I was when I was in the Poconos. It's been a long time. No, I've been training to know casual details. Good to know. See, once again, smart guy. I love these things. Lance will be passing me on his way to Florida. Yeah, he'll be coming on down the way. You guys could meet up for lunch or something, or he could just, I don't know. He's a traveling dude. He's always on the road now. He's going to be leaving Canada pretty soon. I don't know if they have an expiration date on how long Lance can stay, but I know he's got to get back. I think he can only be in the U.S. for 6 months, which is fun. Oops. Just talked to Tracy. She's on her way over. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. I appreciate that. I did email her and I gave her the link. So hopefully we'll get there. Solex wants to play Would You Rather. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. You know what, dude? For you, I would do it. Let me see. While we're waiting, Would You Rather? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, geez. Let's see. Where is it? Do I have a Would You? Oh, here it is. Here we go. All right. Would you rather? For those of you guys who don't know the game, this is always a good time. So I give you two options. Would you rather do this or do that? And it's sort of an interesting thing. And then you guys get to put it in the chat. So I don't have all of them labeled tonight. So we're just going to go freestyling, which is always fun. Would you rather? So Alex, this is good for you. Would you rather be a goldfish and not remember, and you're a short-term memory for like 10 seconds? So everything's just happy. Or would you rather be an elephant, have the memory of an elephant? So your choices are a goldfish or an elephant. Which would you rather be? I will tell you after we get some comments in the chat. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Goldfishes are cool. I know the Ted Lasso show did a thing on goldfish saying, be the goldfish, man. Let it go. Just let it go off your shoulder. Don't worry about it. Don't hold a grudge. Just move on. Be a goldfish. So would you rather be a goldfish or an elephant? You tell me. I think Rosie wants to be a dog. She's, in the dog phase. She's looking for any kind of creepy crawler or bug that might have come in after I open up the door because it's been a little crazy over here. All right, let's see. We're doing okay. So, hey, Bob and Lizzie, you came in. Hey, you're never late. Hey, we're playing Would You Rather? Would you rather be a goldfish with a very short-term memory or an elephant with a very long-term memory? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got in the chat. So, Carol says she wants to be a goldfish. Good to know, Carol. I'm with you on that one. Kevin says elephant. I wouldn't want to get stuck in a plastic bag. That's right. Who knows where you'd end up? Or even be like one in like a fair, throw some ping pong balls. Elephant. I can't get flushed down the toilet. Good answer. I love this. Elephant. I'm already a goldfish. Yeah, I know. I have those days too. I love it. Nursing our travel bug. Oh my gosh. Good to see you guys. It's been a while. Well, a fish is an animal that swims in a brook. I love that. Very cool. I love that. Bobby Lizzie says elephant. Boondock with Bear says goldfish. God, no, you would eat me, so I would have to go with elephant. Elephant could be tasty too, dude. I'm just saying, little seasoning. I love these things. I see I have a guest in the basement, but I wonder if she's ready before I pull her up. You want to give me a thumbs up if you're ready? Are you ready down there? I got 2 thumbs up. Okay, guys. Oh my goodness. I know this is how we roll. We just roll on a Monday. We are flexible. We can do that. So here we go. Let me see if I can get, where am I here? Hold on. Let's do, Hey, Tracy.
I reread the thing and it said 7:50 Central Standard Time.
It's okay. You were doing fine. You know what? We roll with these things.
And
This
somebody wrote me, Lance wrote me and said, "Hey, she's on live now. She's waiting for you." I'm like,
it's okay. It's that Central versus Eastern thing. It gets me every time. So
at
thanks for
least I
being
was
here.
ready. I had to get my microphone out. Said it's the first time I've used it in the van. Can
Ooh,
you hear
nice.
me? Can you
I
hear
can
me
hear you.
okay?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
You could do a radio call out signal any moment now.
Great. I thought I'd look professional for this one.
Yeah, it looks very nice. Very well. Let me just tell you real quick. So my coworker back here is very excited to meet you. She loves women who hang out in vans like I do too. It's really
Woof
fun. So
woof.
you might be taking a nap, but don't take that as any personal thing. She's just,
No, I'm
absorbing what
taking
we're
a
doing.
nap too, so I'm fine with that. Yep.
Totally fine. So, oh, good. I was like, yay, she came. Woohoo. All right. Yeah, trying to climb back. This is cute. By the way, kind of fell in a pit trying to climb back out. Haha. That's okay, man. We appreciate you guys being here. They're super sweet. So,
Yeah.
first off, let's talk. We
Let's
never get to
talk.
pitch. We are like, let me just say this. I think we are Blind Views, Lonnie's two favorite chicks in a van.
Well, why wouldn't we be, huh?
I'm just saying. We tend to like run the gamut of things. We're the good ones. We'll say we're the good ones.
And do you know I'm
Um,
naturally a redhead, so I kind of envy you. After I went blonde, I tried to go back one time and I was like, "Oh no." But yeah, I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I thank my mom every day. Feel like
Yes.
peanuts do the whole thing. I love that. So for you guys who don't know, let me just say this right now, and I pinned a comment and of course put it in the description below. This is Tracy with
Hello.
Adventures Over 50, which is fantastic. We are both over 50 kind of gals, and
Yep.
we both have kind of really cool vans and we do our
Yep.
thing. But I want to find out for those people who haven't watched your channel much, and
Yep.
they must be living under a rock because
Oh.
everybody watches your channel. Um, I want to know just a little bit about you guys, or you, I'm sorry, you. I want to
Yeah.
know what made you decide to get a camper van?
Ooh, it's kind of a story, but I'll give you the cliff notes. So, my son, the youngest is 6, 5 girls, 1 boy. And my sister passed away at 42 from cervical cancer. Then her husband passed away at 52 from a brain tumor. Then the day we buried him, my dad had a massive stroke. Then my other sister has MS. She was diagnosed. Then my other sister had stroke. She was 62. She's in an assisted living home now. She's 68. And then my brother passed away about 3.5 years ago of colon cancer at 61. And I've been a single mom since my daughter was 1. She's 22 now. And when she went off to college, she went to Seattle.
Mhm.
And I thought, life's too short to just sit in a cubicle from 9 to 5. And I had always watched van life and wondered how I could do it. And never, ever in my life did I think that I'd be able to do it. But like I tell people, I was more afraid not to take the chance and do it than I was to go out and do it. And I always figured that if it didn't work out, no harm, no foul. I'd come back, sell the van, and just go back to normal
Mhm.
life.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's very brave. That's a really it's an eye awakening moment when your world changes around you, and
Yeah,
you can take it all in and go, wow, like
yeah,
how is this going to impact me? What do I need to do? And the fact that you're able to take those steps and then say, if it works, great, and if it doesn't, I've got options. Yeah,
and again, I wasn't because of what I'd seen. They all passed away in hospice, and to watch people you love pass like that, you truly realize how short life is and that you just have to take chances.
yeah, yeah, you really do. I grew up with a statement that says it's sort of corny and sad. It says it's a good day to die, meaning
Yeah.
that every day you
Yep.
put your affairs in order. You tell the people you love, you love them,
Yep.
and you make it count. And I work a lot with dogs and do a lot of things. I always say one day in dog life is 1 week in human life.
Yep.
So if you think of it that perspective, how have you made that week?
Yep.
What amazing thing have you been able to give back? So really cool, really,
Yeah.
really. So,
Thanks.
so this is a good question though, because you've been doing this a little. How long have you been doing the van thing?
In November, it'll just be 2 years.
Yeah, so we're about the same. We're about
Yep.
the same time frame. I think it's like February, but
Okay. Yep.
but we got a different situation. The fact I severely downsized, bought a little teeny tiny house, and got a van because
Hmm.
I knew I could not have a home base just for me. And
Me
it's not
too.
that I want something huge. I would just want something tiny,
Yep.
and then I could work it that way. But
Yep.
what have you learned since you started your travel journey?
Uh, yeah, so much. What haven't I learned? Oh my God. If anybody watched me from the beginning, I remember being was I in New Mexico? maybe I was in, but I remember being in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. And because, it's hard, and it was so chaotic. The driving, the drivers, I was being passed on like dirt, like highways. And, uh, and I was crying. And I was like, van life sucks. It's lonely. Because, and I had to cross a mountain. I was so afraid of mountains. And it just has taught me perseverance. And one of my mottos is the only way to it is through it,
Mhm.
because I've had to cross bridges. I used to be terrified of bridges. I would stop. Even one time I stopped in Walgreens. I'm like, how's that bridge? Is it okay? Is it safe? You know what I mean? Asking questions.
Oh yeah.
But I knew the only way to get to it was I just had to do it. And it always is okay. And that's I was just telling, I had a doctor's appointment and we're really close. And I said, it's taught me to live every day just as it comes, because
Right.
so many things come up in van life that you don't think about the past, you don't think about the future, you just have to take care of today, right now.
Right.
And so it's
Yeah.
really
And
kept me in the present moment.
it's a how do I say this? There's so many things that happen, like you say, in the moment that you have to make decisions on quickly, as
Mhm.
opposed to wait. Can I turn in that parking lot? Am I going to bottom out?
Yep.
Am I allowed to park there overnight? Do I, lots of things that you don't think about that you just have not been used to thinking about. What's the weather like? How am I going to get around this storm? Am I going to be safe here tonight? All sorts of those things. It's been a really, and as a female traveler, I think, and I'm not saying it's not for male travelers either, but these are things that, we
Mhm.
really
Need
take
to
into
think about.
consideration and got to look at these
I
things.
remember driving, I think it was through Utah, and I was on some desolate back road. I mean,
Mhm.
if something happened to the van, I'd probably be sitting there for a couple hours. I mean, which thank goodness I have a bathroom and some
Right, right.
food. Somebody would come by at some point, or I have cell service. But you just find and now I consider that honestly part of the fun, part of the adventure.
Yeah. The more I would say you learn more from failures than you do successes.
Yep, for
And you
sure.
definitely learn more from breakdowns.
Yeah.
When
Oh yeah.
when all of a sudden you're like, great, what do I do with this? Or I've learned that duct tape, zip ties, and gorilla glue are my friends.
I said I'm MacGyver. I could do anything with hairspray and a hairpin, and I'm good. Or duct tape. Yep.
Yeah, the hair. I gotta learn the hairpin thing. I'm not a hair girl. I don't know what to do about hair. I'm a hot mess on these. Ah, geez. Well, let's talk about your camper van though, because you've been in it for a while. Is there anything you would want to change now that you? Because I'm going through this too right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Well, I'm actually changing it right now. Well, nothing like like I like how it's set up. Do you know what I mean?
okay,
Like it's
yeah,
perfect for me. It's like a little studio apartment. That's how I
mhm,
consider it. Uh, but I like to be creative, and I
mhm,
just covered the front of my fridge in tiles that I just gorilla glued on, and then I bought this long piece of molding and a saw
okay. Oh, nice.
because it didn't seem finished. So then I cut pieces of wood to like make a frame around it. And again, my motto is, hey, if it doesn't work out, you know what? We just take it off and figure something else out.
Right, right. I think we get in these things, especially in our camper vans, where we start to personalize, but we don't personalize, but we're afraid to do something. I don't want to if it involves a screw, I'm like, oh my gosh, do I got to drill into something? There's all
Yeah.
you're like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. Yep.
It gets a little scary. It gets a little terrified.
Well,
And yours came pre-made, so you didn't really build yours. Yours was just
right.
there.
It's a road track. It's a class B, but it was still original. It's a 2001. So it
Mm,
still had like the paisley purple, uh, you know, curtains and,
right.
the old floors. And I redid everything myself. And I was still living like in a home when
Hmm.
I got it. And I would work on it on weekends and at nights. And it was fun to get in here. And, I repainted it all white and put decor. I mean, as you can see. So yeah, it was all the old stuff before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was
And
fun.
some people like that, but if it's not your personality,
Right.
then make it your own. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
whole thing is make it your own. Okay, we're gonna answer a couple questions there in the chat because
Sure.
people are like sending me stuff. Okay, first off, do you have solar?
I don't. And I've thought about it, but I want to get the flexible ones on top.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
but listen, again, van life. And I don't know if you know, so I'm from Minnesota.
Hmm.
People say I have an accent. I don't know. don't think so. I always say you have an accent, but um, so I come back to Minnesota for the summer because my mom's going to be 94. A lot of people know Joy. She's on my channel. Uh, so when I'm home, I am so busy. I work like 5 jobs to afford to leave for the winter, but I still live in the van all year long. I live in the van here.
Hmm.
And so, because some people thought that I lived like somewhere, while I'm in Minnesota, but I don't. But I come home to save money. And that's kind of a big project and it costs quite a bit. And again, I need somebody to know how to do that for me. I am not mechanical. So that's
Well,
on the list.
I was gonna say we know a few people. I'm
Oh,
just
good.
saying there's a lot of we got some good people out there. And I've got someone saying, don't get the flexible solar panels. Speaking of someone who's doing a build out right now, Broken Nomad's doing a build out, but we can talk about that another time. I'll give
Yeah.
you some insight on this
Oh,
one.
good.
Um,
Yeah.
Everyone's got, whether it be Jackery or Blue Eddy or whatever
Yep.
these things. I have 200 watts of solar on my mine right now,
Okay.
and I don't have lithium batteries. So for
Oh,
me, my problem is I'm an energy hog,
yeah.
a lot of energy. So I really need to upgrade my battery system, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it. And it's very pricey,
It's
super
very
pricey.
pricey. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I couldn't sell the dog and make enough money. It's not going to work. So
Right.
just saying, she's, slightly famous
She's
for,
worth a lot more than the solar system.
that's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay, Stanley McFalls is here. Hey, Stanley, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Let me get another one. Oh, and okay, this is fun. So everyone knows you're saying good
Good.
morning.
Yes.
How did that start? Did you just do that on a whim and it just took?
You know, it's funny. I'm just kind of naturally optimistic. And I don't know, it just comes out because I just am like, hey, because I want everybody to kind of like, hey, good morning. And honestly, I don't know. It just stuck. And I thought it was annoying, but I didn't know how else to start it. And now it's kind of my
Kind of
moniker,
your thing.
Yeah.
I can understand. I'm a buttercup person. I'm always like,
Yeah.
what's a buttercup?
Yep. It
Come
just
on.
happens. Yep.
It just comes out of your mouth when you don't like
Yep.
things.
Exactly.
So what oh, this is fun. Here's a good question. Do you have any bucket list travel plan for 2024?
So this year's going to look a lot different than it has the past 2 years, the past 2 winters. So I just got certified in scuba diving
Nice.
and I love it. I love it. And so this year, instead of traveling cross country like I did before,
Mhm.
I am going straight to Florida. And if you don't know, I met Keith and John on my travels.
Nice.
Yeah. And so Keith's from Canada.
Mhm.
So he can only come here for 6 months at a time. And so we'll all be there at the same time. And Keith's a master scuba diver. So we're going to be going scuba diving around Florida and doing other adventures. It's fun because they do adventures with me. They're always up for it. Keith's up for anything. So, and then we're going to Cozumel on a 6-day scuba trip. And then I'm
Oh,
hoping to go to Thailand and Bali in spring.
well, that's going to be awesome. You're going to love
Yeah.
this. I mean, scuba just opens up a whole new world
Oh,
because it's amazing.
yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. I'm more of a, I used to do that. I can't do it anymore like I want to, but I've got some friends in the chat who are scuba instructors and certified and they love it.
I
Love
love
it.
it.
Love it.
It's like a different world.
Do I? Oh gosh, people are talking down here. Here we go. Have you been on the 7 mile long bridge yet to the Keys? Have you been down to the Keys before?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope. So this year probably it'll be more like traveling Florida.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let me just tell you what, Florida
Uh,
is interesting to find a place to park.
well,
So,
I'll be staying. So I already have a place to stay. Me, Keith, and John will be
okay.
staying like at the same place.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Because if you don't have reservations at campgrounds or something, it can be 6 months to a year in advance, depending on what you're going to do in Florida. It's always
Well, and I'll
fun.
actually just be staying. I do it on the cheap. I think it's funny. People think like if you do YouTube and you have followers, like today, we get paid on the 21st. I made $523 today. And I think to myself, I do 3 videos a week. It's like, you know, um, but, so I do everything as cheaply as I can. So I'll be parking, they'll be parked, plugged in. I will be in the parking lot for $5 a day.
There you go. There you go. We're frugal gals. We're not cheap. We're just inexpensive. There's a difference.
Well, and I want to spend my money on adventures instead of parking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Okay. Did you become certified with a Maui or a Patty license?
So I have a Patty. And it's funny, I wanted to get certified like my underwater when I was in Florida because I wanted to do
Mhm.
it in the ocean, but it just didn't work out because they only had it during the week, and I was working during the week last year while I
Mhm.
was there, and so I did like the online stuff. I did the test. I did the pool, but then I came back to Minnesota and then had to do like the underwater and stuff. So,
Right.
like I said, I love it now, and I can't even see anything. The lake that we scuba at, I saw some fish last week. I was so excited. So, I say I can't wait till I get in the ocean. Imagine how
Oh,
excited
yeah.
I'll be then.
Just wait till you hear wait till you close your eyes and hear parrotfish crunch coral. Like, that's a weird sensation. That's cool.
We saw the manatees, me, John,
Yeah.
and Keith, and
Mhm.
there was a big one. No wonder they call them sea cows because all you could hear was crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, easy. Eat and poop. Eat and poop, that's all you got. Speaking of eating and pooping, okay, here we go. There's a question. What is your favorite travel snack?
Okay, if anybody's known me since the very beginning of my van life, PB&J. I eat a lot of sandwiches.
There you
And
go.
I can cook, but it's more for like just it's so quick and easy, and you can eat it while you're driving, or a
True.
turkey sandwich every now and then. So,
That's a good thing. We were joking earlier. For some reason, I'm addicted to goldfish crackers. To this day, I don't know
ah,
why I still love goldfish crackers. And now they come in gallon boxes,
oh
which is even
yes,
more obnoxious. So all of a
yes,
sudden, I'm doing a video and I realize I've got my box behind my.
yeah.
We're like, okay. I say this is reality van life, not Insta van life.
And
It's
that's what I say too. When I first started, I bought all the stuff. I have a like really nice camera. I have
right.
all this stuff, and I use my iPhone still. And a lot of people, I just tell them just start. Do you know what I mean? If you want to do YouTube, just start. And
Yep.
because the camera's not invasive. Do you know what I mean everybody has a camera and they're taping, or I always say
Mhm.
taping. That sounds so old school. I'm shooting, and so I never use it. And I've asked people because you know how some of them it's like so dreamy and it's more of like a short film.
Cinematic. Ooh,
Yes.
yes. Yep.
Yep. And a lot of people are like, nope, don't change a thing because I just show the reality of it. I
It's
mean,
authenticity that counts. It really
yeah,
is. I mean, I think
yeah,
that's a huge thing. I I hate to admit this, other than I use that GoPro for those, I was just
yep,
showing them. I'm
me
not
too.
great at GoPro either. I'm an iPhone kind of gal. I've
Me
shot
too.
pretty much all my year on my phone,
Yep,
and it's okay. And it turned out
yep,
okay, and no
yep,
one complained. I mean, there's a little
yep,
bit here and there, but
yep.
it is what it is.
I shoot and I edit all on my iPhone.
Oh wow, there
Yeah.
you go. Okay, this is a fun one because I always like to talk to other YouTubers about this. Ready? What are some YouTube channels that you actually like to watch? This is
So I
fun.
like to watch Eamon and Beck.
Okay. Oh yeah,
And she went through the cancer journey, and then
the
now
baby.
they're pregnant. Yep, they're having a girl. I just saw that yesterday. And I watched the Van Wives,
Okay, nice.
and I watch the one Sailing the Vagabond.
Okay.
So they're they've been on a boat, and actually I'd love to like do that at some point.
Have you ever seen Gone with the Winds? If you like sailing and
Oh
boating?
yes, yes, yes. I've seen them.
Yep.
Yep.
They were RVers that moved into boating and things. That's sort of interesting.
Yep.
I think it's fun to watch the journey. Like you
Mhm.
say, everyone starts with one video.
Yep.
Everybody starts with one video and one viewer. And so you see how things have changed over the years. And as your audience actually grows with you. It grows
Mhm.
with the story. And it's really fun to like have that be a part of the story in and of itself. So
Well,
it's gonna be exciting when you take these trips, how your audience is gonna go with you too.
and they truly feel like friends now. I know people that have been with me since the beginning, and you talk like your friends, like, hey, and they make nice comments. And I never thought, listen, I started making videos because my mom's 93, she'll be
Mhm.
94, and she's like, how am I going to know what you're doing? And I said, well, listen, I'll make videos, and then she doesn't know YouTube, but I said,
Yeah.
I'll send you the link to your Yahoo account and just click on it.
Right.
And, I was only on the road for a week. And when I left, I had no plans. I didn't know where I was going. All I knew was I had to be to Phoenix for driving NASCAR by that Saturday.
Okay.
And what happened? I mean, it made me feel less lonely or less alone on the
Yeah.
road, like filming myself and then
Mhm.
posting because then people would comment. And after a week, I was already monetized. And I was like, oh,
Okay, no, wait. Let's start with this. That is not the norm.
no. No, and I didn't
No,
plan. That's what I'm saying.
no.
I didn't plan. And like I said, so after a week I was monetized, but like I said, I made $523 today from my YouTube videos for the whole month. And I upload 3 times a week. So, people I think that you're on and you're rich or you're making all this money. And it does AdSense really,
Yeah.
you know,
It's pennies. It's pennies here
it's
and there. I mean,
pennies. Yep.
it's a different way of looking at it. And I think that you had a couple breakout videos. You always have really great engagement and you have a really great following, which is fantastic. And I
Mhm.
think when you get those, I'll call it the early videos like you did that just got pushed,
Right.
that's how your audience found you. And I'm
Right.
really excited for you because that's important because I really want to applaud and promote and support women that are able to go out and seize the day like you're doing.
Right.
So it's important.
Well, and I think it's different too because sometimes, people are like here to see adventures, but when I'm home, I'm working so much and
Right.
I haven't been able to, and I help take care of my mom and my sister. And, so my time is so limited. Believe me, I'd love to be out doing more adventures, but, but that's what happens. I work so hard during the summer to do that during the winter
For the rest of the
months.
year. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a different way of living. And there are a lot of people who do work camping. And if you're like
Yep.
me, you're regular good old fashioned, job with things at work. And some people are lucky to do it, be a digital nomad,
Right.
and work on the road and do things like that. But it's still at the end of the day, you've got to pace yourself. There's
Well,
always a
and
pace.
that was it. Like last year, I worked a legal job every
Mhm.
day from 12:30 to 5 or something like that.
Okay.
But then to do your online stuff, do you know what I mean? And still get videos out
Yeah.
and do adventures and stuff. It's hard to juggle all of it.
Yeah. It's really tough. Yeah. We'll talk about that in the green
Yeah.
room sometime.
Oh, good. Okay.
We can talk shop backstage, which
Good.
is always fun.
Solar and
All
jobs
that
and
good
yeah.
stuff. All the fun thing. All wait, and all the people that meet you. This is something I go to a lot of meetups every year for different people invite me to come out. And I don't know if you know this, but I did a Stinky Slinky comedy tour this year, which is fun. Which is it was a bucket list moment for me where I thought, I've been writing comedy. I can do this. Geez,
I
why
can,
not?
that's
They
so
can make fun of my
amazing.
hair all day long. Let them have fun. So what and I just welcome to losing my brain because I
Oh, no.
forget.
I do it all the time. Welcome
Oh,
to your 50s.
surprise. Um, what are some things that I put this nicely. You have you had let me go back to the meetups. We're going this
Yep.
way.
Yep.
Um, have you ever thought about hosting a meetup or getting a group together to yeah.
Yep. And I did last summer and it was great. I think we had like 6 people show up and it was amazing. My mom was there. They loved her. Everybody loves Joy. But and my thing is time. Like I can't even tell you, between Walgreens I worked till midnight. Like I worked till midnight last night.
Ooh,
Then I had to get up early and I had a doctor's appointment. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, trying to squeeze all that in before I leave again. And I'm seriously, I just so yesterday was Sunday, right? Is today Monday?
yeah.
And Saturday I work 7 a.m. to like 1. Then I gave plasma at 2.
Mhm.
And then yesterday, oh, I have a tricycle e-bike that I'm
Ooh,
reviewing.
fun.
I somehow become the e-bike review queen.
Okay.
This is like my 15th e-bike and it's a tricycle. It took me 5 hours to put together.
Oh yeah.
And but then I have to take it out. So I have a storage facility while I'm here,
Mhm.
but I have to ride it from the storage facility to the lake, which
Oh
is like
geez.
3-4 miles away. And so I
Right.
have all my camera stuff because I shoot it by myself.
Right.
And it's hot here. It's like 85 degrees. So, and then, I have to ride it around and then they're like, hey, could you stop at the grocery store? And so I don't think people realized how involved like reviews are like that,
Right. Right.
but I do love doing them. So, but it takes thought, it's like a production. And then I have to get all the stuff and then edit it
Oh yeah.
but that's the stuff I love. But again, that'll take time, I think, to be able to do it full time.
Oh yeah. Well, and it depends on what you want to do. Well, I mean, it depends on what the goal is. Is the goal to share your story, like you said, share
Yep.
the journey? I always say my goal is to educate and inspire
Right.
because that's really important because there are things I wish I would have known ahead of time
Yes.
or decisions that I'm making now that will impact down the road that I need to
Right.
really, really financially and everything feel this whole thing out. Excuse me. Um, So I've got, oh, wait. Yeah, you said the word 85. We've got people who are 113, 10. They're
It's
not
going to
people
be
that,
in the 90s the next couple days here. And that's the thing too. Talk about living in a van, like you're saying. Really, day to day, you are not going to sit in a van if you don't, because I don't have air conditioning unless I plug in,
right.
and I'm not plugged in because I stay in a parking lot. So you need to be places that are cool during the
Yeah.
day. So I am never in the van during the day usually.
Yeah. Yeah. I just looked at, I have a little Govee thermometer, temperature
Hmm.
gauge, my thing. It says the maximum and the minimum since it's been in the van. My van has been up to 122 degrees at one time.
That's how mine was last year. I mean, it's like 15 degrees hotter inside the van than it is outside.
Yeah, it's insane. So you just got to be safe. You got to do some stuff. Well, while you're here, we're gonna do a giveaway. I love giveaways. Are you
I
ready?
love give. Yes, let's do
So
it.
much fun. Okay, guys, we're gonna do something fun. Let's see. Giveaway time. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, so these are always a good time. We love these things. We got to think of a word for a giveaway. Um, let's think. Let's think. Can you think of a word?
What do you
You pick
mean?
a word, any word. Pick any word that someone could spell.
That's a.
Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on before we go there. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so we pick a word. Let's pick van. If I pick van,
Yep.
doesn't have to be in all caps. Everybody just has to type the word van in the chat. Just remember here are the rules for any kind of giveaway, which I love these. Number one, if you have won something in the past 30 days, please don't put your name in the hat. Let's let someone else
Yeah.
win.
Yep.
Two, you have choices today. You can either get some really cool swag or you could get an Amazon gift card. That is up to the winner today. Always fun to do that. I know, love these things. So type van in the chat, VAN, just the way it sounds. No ban, no can. It's got to be van. There's always someone. Not
Mm-hmm.
can for van.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
It's always a good time. And while you guys are typing it in, let me just do a nice thank you if you don't mind, because I always like to thank everyone who's been watching for a while. And here are the numbers today. So that's really
That's
cool. I
great.
appreciate everybody. That's so cool. I have not had the breakout video that you have, my darling. My
Yeah, but mine was at a close optional. That's the breakout one.
Oh, jeez.
Does that tell you?
That's it. I don't go there. So
Oh, I don't either. That was like the adventure. I was having eye surgery in Florida and I had to like stay in one place for 10 days to like recover my eye surgery. And I was just like watching a video and all of a sudden something came up and I'm like, oh, that would be interesting. And so I went there and like I said, I didn't show anything, but of course people are gonna, and then what happened? YouTube took my AdSense away because they said it had to do with nudity. And I'm like, but there's there's none in there. So again, they take the money,
Yeah.
So I don't get paid for that anymore.
But still, but it still brought you people. And at the end of the day,
No, totally. Yes, no, totally, for sure.
And once again, they can't get this right. It's not Dan. It's not Stan. It's not. That's not. It's not backwards.
It's van backwards.
These guys are killing me. Yeah, Van Life rocks. You guys, I swear. All right, I'm gonna cut it off. Not Vanderbilt or Bilt.
That's hilarious.
All right, we're gonna play. We're gonna just draw this real quick, and you guys, let's see who's gonna win. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win today? It's going to be TNT's here, by the way. Very excited to have TNT here. Who's gonna win? RV Grandma? Did I miss RV Grandma? There's RV Grandma. Yes, fantastic!
Yay.
Congratulations! Oh, we love this.
Congratulations!
So congratulations! You just have to email me charliegraceadventures@gmail.com within the next 10 days, if not by the end of the night, and just let me know your t-shirt size or address that you want me to mail something to, and I'll just respond and we'll talk about what you got.
I need to know how you do this because here's me. So, I do giveaways. I make my bracelets and I give them away. But here's me writing names down on paper and like tearing little pieces and putting them in. So I need that because I still have to do that tonight because I gave away a bracelet and I haven't picked yet.
See, you got it. Well, let me just say, I've been doing live streams for a while. I'm not an expert, but this isn't my first rodeo. So.
Well, that's what I need to learn this from you. So we'll talk about that too.
We can work that one out. We can hook you up on that one. Well, guys, do you guys have any other questions for Tracy while we have her for Adventures Over 50? Because first off, I just appreciate your being flexible.
Well, thanks for asking me. Sorry I was late. I didn't mean to be.
No, you're on time. We just went through some other things ahead of time. It was fine.
I'm on van time.
Whatever
Yeah.
worked. Yeah,
Yeah.
TNT's like, congratulations. By the way, if you guys have not had a chance to take a look at Adventures Over 50, please make sure you take a look at it. Watch one of our videos, make a comment. Join the channel, which is really
Thank
cool. And
you.
then if you guys see friends in the chat that you haven't met, also take a look. Some of our friends are, of course, supporters, which is great, and some are content creators. So just take a look and see if you can make some friends and go from there. We always like, I say, bringing members into the choir as opposed to preaching to the
Yeah.
choir.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
very
Yeah.
cool. All right, well, I'm looking at, I don't see any other questions, which is just fine by me, because you know
Yep.
what? I think we got everything, except,
What?
here we go. Oh, geez, as soon as I do this. Hold on. My button's not working. What are your top 3 travel destinations
That I've already been to or that I want to go to?
in general?
Uh, trying to think. I was in Sedona for a month and that was fun. Utah, I thought so. I never knew Pennsylvania when I drove through that. I never realized how beautiful it
Yeah,
was driving through. Really, I'd never been, and I was amazed. And like I said, Sedona was amazing. Utah, oh my gosh, I would have to stop on the side of the road and just get out and just stand there and just stare because I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. And then now coming up internationally, like Bali and, just other like tropical places.
yeah, that's gonna be really cool. That's
Coming
gonna be
from Minnesota, I want to go
very different.
tropical.
Very
Yeah.
different. We're gonna go the
Yeah.
polar opposite of this. Okay, and this is a very important question for the group. Apparently, Kevin wants to know, what's your take on coffee?
Ooh, lots of flavored creamer. That's what I say. I love coffee. I
Yeah.
always have to have my coffee and yep, and flavored creamer.
That's the way to go. I know he's a bit of a coffee nut, which is awesome. I'm a bit of a sweet tea Southern gal. So although I'm trying to like coffee. I just don't know. I might be more of a foofy coffee person. I might be to like a little bit of coffee with a lot of flavor. So
That's me. It's half cream or like 3/4 cream probably and a little splash of coffee.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well, listen, I'm going to let you just say the last words before I take you down to the we call it the basement, the green room. There's cookies.
Said I've been relegated to the basement because I was late when you said she's waiting in the basement. I'm like,
I'm going to
oh,
put you in the
okay.
basement. Go ahead. Let the audience know anything they need to know about you or your channel.
Uh, yeah, well, yeah, everybody's welcome. And again, I didn't start it for the money, but I did it for the people like you to inspire people, especially women, because I know people think that it may be dangerous or that's what they're afraid of. But honestly, I have met more nice people on the road than, just like staying in my own place. And so, and I don't know if you know my tagline, and I don't even know how all this started, but go out, make an adventure, no matter how big or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move into a van. I did that. Go call someone you love. And as Joy says, tell them that you love them. And don't you dare forget your magic.
That's right. Absolutely. And I can't think of any better words than that. And with that, I'm going to end the show today. What?
Okay. Thanks for having
Everybody.
me on.
This is great. Hold tight. We're going to put you in the green room and you guys have a fantastic week. And don't forget, tomorrow we're going to go back to Travel Talk Tuesdays at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock Eastern. I have to say the time for everyone.
Might want to Google that next time. Yeah.
That's right. It's it'll be after Giants Journey show, which is great. And if you guys don't know, if you have not checked out Giants Journey's channel for Midwest Van Builders, she made Becoming Bev's van, the red van, and it just
Oh,
won Best in
wow.
Show at a huge van event. It's so freaking
Wow.
awesome. So anyway, so take a look at that. I'll go on after her, and we'll also be giving you guys all the recall notices for all the stuff that you guys are using. So all right, everybody have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye.